I want my tuna. I didn't get tuna. If you're a Facebook fan or whatever, you may know what happened today. It was like a war zone, and I felt like I was not in the United States for sure. Margaret Houston, I'm Cliven Bundy's sister. I was at the picket lines today, Monday. If you're not there, if you haven't been there, you need to go to see what's going on. They have snipers, they have helicopters, they're carrying machine guns. It's not pretty. It's like I'm in a foreign country. And I seen it on the ground today.
Tell us what happened, Margaret.
We was just at the picket lines, and there have been a few BLM, trucks go by, and we'd kind of watched them, and we seen a bunch of them. There were like 13 or 14 vehicles coming down off the mountain, and so we spotted them, and we noticed that they had a dump truck and a loader, and then a bunch of BLM trucks. So we thought, you know what, we want to know what's in that dump truck and why they used the loader. We're figuring they're up there shooting our cows, burying them in the mountains. So we thought, we're going to go and check them out. And so we did, and they started coming down towards the road, and a couple of them got past me, and I was screaming, go home, we don't want you here, just get off our land, give our cows back. That was what was being said, mostly that. And I followed the truck down. Some of them had got past me and pulled over, was out of their vehicles. I just followed one of them down and got there, and then there was continuing, more coming, and I did get in front of one of the trucks, and I was like this on the front, and he just kept coming, so I just backed up with him, and one of the friends, family, said, Margaret, get off, you're gonna get hurt. So I backed up, and then the second truck come, and I was just on the side. I was screaming, hollering. I was flipping. I had my camera. I didn't take one picture. I was just going like this, turning it off and on. But anyway, and I was screaming at him and whatever, and all of a sudden I get hit from the back. And it was like a football tackle. It wasn't a push. And I don't know what you've seen on the news, but it was a tackle. They took me, and he just threw me down to the ground like that. I was a little shocked as I hit the ground. It didn't knock me out or anything, just a little shocked that somebody would actually do this. I mean, he was very strong. I felt, the muscle, the heart, and somebody helped me up. I got right back up. As soon as I got up, he had his taser shot at my face. I mean, he didn't shoot me, pointed at my face, and he said, back off, I'm gonna tase you. And he kept saying it to everybody, and there was a line of them. They just kept, back up, we're gonna let our dog go, we're gonna tase you. Well, my nephew, as soon as they threw me down, everybody's screaming, why are you throwing a lady down, a woman down? And Ammon, he pressed forward a little bit. They sent their dog after him. He got tased 2 to 3 times. I was back up in their face again, saying which one hit me, and I did touch a couple of them. I was punching them in the chest, just saying, hit me again, throw me down again. And I was wanting to know where Cox was, because he's the one that beat up Davey. I said, where's that Cox? Is he the one that hit me and knocked me down? I didn't see his name on any of the badges, but I just said, hit me, tase me, give me whatever. And we just stood there, and eventually they, got in their vehicles little by little, and they eventually left. But it's on Facebook. I don't know what the media's done. I don't know what they've said, what they've done. It wasn't a push. It was a throw. My pants are ripped. My knees are ripped. Got sores on my hand.
Did they call medical?
No medical. No one. BLM did not ask me if I was okay. They didn't help me up. They never asked me if I was okay. They never said anything. They just told me they were going to tase me as soon as I got up. And it was in my face. And no one asked me if I was okay. There was a couple, you know, and I don't know what the highway patrol had heard, whatever, what their orders are, but there was a few that had drove by afterwards. We was waiting for the ambulance. The news guy had called 911. No one ever come. I don't know how many 911 calls they got, 4 or 5 or so. An hour or so later, they came. If I would have been hurt, I would have died before they ever come, because it took them over an hour to get there. You know, we wanted them.
Mesquite's ambulance either. It was a volunteer.
Yeah, it was volunteer Bunkerville. Mesquite didn't come. They didn't come. You know, it was Bunkerville that came. And
did you ever find out what was in the truck?
what we seen in the truck was the watering systems for the cows. They had taken the water, so they're choking them, trying to get them either to just choke to death or come to the river. I'm not sure, but they had the system in the back of the dump truck.
You're my hero.
Thank you. I'm just a crazy Bundy, and you know, what can I say? But it's a war zone. You guys need to come to the picket line and just see really what's going on. Then you'll understand what the media says, whatever. It's a war zone, and that's how it is. And I felt like I was in a war today.